So now I'd like to introduce Stefan Brands. So Stefan is one of the world's renowned leaders and cryptographers working on identity. He did a lot of work. He's known for his work in the electronic e-cash work. But then he took a lot of those ideas and figured out how they apply in the world of identity, so that we can do things like have identity providers that can make assertions that are provable, but even the use of that assertion can't be traced back to the identity, it can't be linked by the identity provider. So you can say, for example, make an assertion that John is an American citizen, and not necessarily be able to trace back where that assertion was used, or not be able to say, well, not even give away the particular identity of that person. So as a result, I didn't explain that very well. I'm sure he's going to do it better than I can, but I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that the underlying technologies of identity are still evolving. And so this system that we're building together this meta system is one which needs to accept these still evolving contents. So I'd like you to talk a bit about that.
So what we do is really a technology that allows you to build the digital equivalent of the cards that you have in your wallet, your driver license, your health insurance card, and all of that. So more generally, it's a cryptographic technology that allows anyone to issue what we call digital credentials, which can be any kind of attribute data, all securely packaged into one digital form factor. And what makes that unique, and then I'll stop, is that on the one hand...
Please, don't stop.
Okay, well, so... on the one hand, the technology for doing this is I don't like to say military-grade security, because it's kind of retro from a crypto perspective, but it really is ultra-secure, and it makes PKI technology look like a woos. It's there you go. So that's one of them. Yes. So PKI.
Just remember that the military is armed and you're not. So.
Yes. So
I always think about that.
Well, there you go. So on the one hand, so we can tie these digital credentials. There's all kinds of very strong cryptographic techniques to do the digital equivalent of the authenticity marks that you have on the plastic tokens in your wallet. And it goes very far to it uses multi-party security techniques that come from the realm of modern cryptography. And you can tie that into tamper-resistant chips in all kinds of special ways, trusted computing platform chips and so forth, and maybe into biometrics. So the other thing that makes it unique is that it is the only practical technology out there today, at least, that allows you to meet all of this guy's first 4 laws of identity that are really privacy laws. And to wrap it up, I'll give you 2 examples of what that means. So if we do, let's say, the digital equivalent of any of the cards in your wallet, or maybe all the combined data that's there, and it's certified by someone that is trusted by relying parties, first of all, we eliminate all correlation handles. That means there is nothing unique, there's nothing that is inescapably forming a link between the issuance and the showing of that credential. Therefore, if you're given a credential by some organization that has your age and your gender and your income and your citizenship and other demographic information on it, and you showed it to anyone else, they can verify it offline. They see all the authenticity marks, but even if they pull their data, they compare notes, they can't, there's no correlation handles. So all that the relying party learns...
They know that they've dealt with somebody who's over 18, but they don't necessarily know any more than that.
And that brings me to the last point, which is what we call the selective disclosure. So let's say this particular issuer, if they give you a card that has all your data on it, or a bank that gives you all the account information they have on you, including your balance at every day of the month. So let's say that's all cryptographically packaged. You cannot modify it. You can't clone it, pull it, lend it, discard it, etc. Those are the authenticity marks. At the same time, you can selectively disclose the absolute minimum to a relying party. So for instance, if your date of birth is stated there as an attribute, you can actually prove that you're over 18 without revealing your birth date. If your name is stated on that credential, you can actually prove my name is not in your blacklist without revealing your name. So we can do all these kinds of very sophisticated properties that go beyond your ability to, let's say, use a black liner or some tape to tape away the pieces on your plastic cards that you don't want to show to someone else. And I'll leave it at that. Nothing controversial so far.
Gee, we're going to get. I think we'll get there. No, okay. So the main point here is, I think that you know, this is quite a bit further ahead than things like public key certificates, PKI, and so on. So I think people might want to look into that.